Please take me back. Please take me back. Please. Please take me back. How could you get...
80 at Home Depot bought a plastic box to keep her hair from the rain.
Another one, thank you. 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 Another one, thank you.
I need you! I don't want to do this if I don't have you, please! Please! Record me, I don't care! Record me, I don't care! Post it!
I'm not even recording you.
Post it! Post it! I don't care! I don't care! I don't care! Please! I'm going crazy! Please! Please! Take me back! Please! I'm going crazy! Please! 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 Walter! Please! 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 Please!
Can you please stop acting like that?
I can't.
Alright, calm down.
I'm hurt. Please! 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 Please!
Please what?
Please take me back.
I took you
You
back.
won't. I don't want to be with you and everybody else. I want to be only one. Please take me back. Please take me back. Please. Please take me back. Please take me back. Please. Please take me back.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're going straight into chaos. A woman begging desperately for a man she once pushed away. Her words are trembling, her tone frantic, and the air feels heavy with regret. You can almost feel her panic rising with each repeated plea. Please take me back. What began as love now sounds like an obsession. He stands silent, calm, while she unravels in front of him. This isn't romance anymore. It's the collapse of pride, filmed in real time. A chilling look at how desperation replaces dignity when emotions explode unchecked.
All you gotta do.
Let him go.
A divorce.
Let's check in on Gen Z, young adults like these two young ladies who have clearly been failed by the American education system. They've also been failed by their parents and society.
Society need men.
Yes and no.
No.
So why yes and why no for you? And then I'll ask you why you said no.
Well, because in today's society, sometimes you don't need the male to have a baby anymore.
Yeah.
That's why I would say yes and no.
It's not like a moral thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm like we can exist without men only because new research has been discovered of making egg into sperm. So we can reproduce without men. So it's not like a moral thing. It's more of like a like if men just died right now, could we survive? Yes, because of
All right, guys. What comes next is the aftermath of a love story gone completely wrong. The man finally responds, cold but clear. He doesn't want to share her with anyone, and he's done. The narrator jumps in, revealing the twist. She was the one who filed for divorce, yet now she's the one begging. The irony burns. 12 years of marriage, reduced to pleading outside a door. You can hear the heartbreak, but also the lesson. Sometimes, walking away isn't strength, it's regret in disguise. Watching her collapse under her own decision is hauntingly human.
Pathetic arrest I've ever seen in my life. I mean, look at this. Yo, what moron put these two together, man? We got Paulina Blart. Watch what happens when the one falls over. And just gives up. Meanwhile, her partner's chasing her with a taser, running a 40-minute mile. If my life's in danger and these two show up, I'll see you guys in heaven. Peace.
I think we should normalize taking our mother's last name.
Wait. Just wait.
Because how many of us are going around carrying the last name of a man who did not raise us?
So that means that a lot of individuals out there would in fact be taking the name of their grandfather. Probably in many cases another individual that did not raise you. I'm just gonna leave that there.
Can somebody please duet this with instructions? Because I have this ratchet strap, right? And I did it the way that I know, but then it got stuck and I couldn't get it to release and I had to use pliers to release it, so I figured that can't be right. And then I went on YouTube and it's all a bunch of guys that are like, and that's how you do it. And nobody is explaining. I need to know.
Excuse me, sir, I have a flat tire. Can you help me?
What?
I have a flat tire. Can you help me?
Help you with a flat tire?
Yeah, right there. My car's right there. Can you help me?
Sorry, I see this gentleman over there.
I think women actually don't want equal treatment. They couldn't handle it if they got it, quite a number of them. It's a tough world out there. What a lot of women are actually asking for, and you can look aghast at this, is special treatment. If you look at all female shortlists for positions, is that equal treatment? Or is that special treatment? I think what women need to realise is that you have to toughen up. We can't ask for equal pay. You have to be paid on performance, and you have to be paid for the results you deliver. It's a tough world out there, and I don't think Karen Brady and others are doing us any favours by putting this sort of debate out there. I think we have to just compete in what is a tough world. And I think we need to keep that. We need to look after it. Do we want a world that's completely void of colour? Do we want everything to be mag?
Now we shift gears to something wild, a window into Gen Z logic that makes you raise an eyebrow. Two young women casually claim that society doesn't need men anymore because science can replace biology. Their confidence is chilling, their misunderstanding louder than their words. The commentator cuts in sharply, reminding them that the same men they dismiss built the world they live in. It's funny and frightening at once, a generation so sure of its independence, yet blind to the invisible hands that keep their comfort intact. Naivete meets reality head-on.
See, I don't have to worry about coming home to a honey-do list. I gotta worry about coming home to her doing some super sketchy ass shit because she's impatient as hell and thinks she can do it all by herself.
So wait a sec. How are you equal if the men are the ones that have to fight and die to defend the country? The men are the ones that build and maintain all the infrastructure, right? Like, none of this stuff in the studio is built or maintained by women. Do you know that like 90% of infrastructure jobs are still held by men? And that if you look at the top 20 jobs held by women now, in 2024 versus 1924 are almost the exact same. So women have had 100 years to do whatever they want, and they still do the same 20 jobs they did 100 years ago, other than we switched out farm labor for HR work. But other than that, we're secretaries, nurses, daycare ladies, early childhood education, administrative assistants, retail workers, all the same we were a century ago. So if the men are the ones tasked with, every time there's a natural disaster, they have to go out and rescue people from the fires and the floodwaters. And every time there's a war, the men have to go and fight it and defend the country. And anytime there's a criminal who needs to be violently arrested, it's going to be a man who goes and does that, not a woman. Where does the equality come in?
Which is just equality for women, then you wouldn't be on the stage today and I wouldn't be here asking you this question. So if people aren't complaining, as you say, and fighting for rights, then nothing would happen. So how can you reconcile these differences?
When I was your age, I thought the same thing, that feminism is just about equality. It's really not feminism anymore. It's designed to actually rip apart women and men, to make women paranoid about men all the time, and every industry is controlled by a man, and to make being on your own, I want to do all by myself, aspirational. What are we even fighting anymore? Men holding doors? That's the new feminist cause? Like, no, equality means don't hold the door. No, I like having the door held for me. In a perfect world, our society was so much better when women were involved every single day with their children before we hand them over to the Department of Education. And so I do not see feminism as having accomplished anything in our society. I actually think it was a nightmare that is being repackaged in our textbook.
Don't need no man. Oh my God, we're gonna need a man. Come on. You tell me all the time we don't need a man. Prove it.
I got a brother. I don't need a man. You can do this for me.
Where is he now? That's why I use the crowbar. Because I can't do it either.
What, like that?
Yeah, leverage. Leverage. See? Science, bitch. Science.
I'm good. This should not be this hard. I'm freaking sweating before I even start.
First off, excuse the messy garage. That was getting cleaned up after I got done mowing. But I originally took this video because I was going to be like, I don't need a man, I can do this on my own. After 2 hours of struggling, I ran to Walmart, I did an oil change, I had to go get more gas. I pulled that thing probably 50 to 60 different times and could not get it to start. I was sweating, I was tired, I was getting so frustrated. So I texted my ex-husband. I was like, is there a trick? I cannot get this to work. Like, I was getting so frustrated with myself because I know how to start a mower. Like, I've started one before. And then 10 minutes later, I'm sitting here, I came inside, I gave up, and I saw him pull in. Now, to be completely honest, things have not been great between us. I'm not going to go into details, but we've had a lot of disagreements about things, and we're just in kind of a rough patch. I don't think we'll stay in it. Things will get better eventually, but that's just divorce. That's co-parenting. But I was to the point, I thought, this mower's broken, I'm going to have to get another one, but I can't do it tonight because it's getting a little bit too late. So I was going to go spend money on a new lawnmower. And then I was going to have him take the boys on a night that I was supposed to have with them so I could actually mow. But instead, he came down, helped us both out. I mowed. He still got to go down and spend time with the boys. This is how co-parenting should be, in my opinion. He probably didn't want to come help me out. I did not want to ask him for help.
Okay, that's not supposed to... I know what's wrong with...
We move to pure absurdity now, the pathetic arrest scene that plays out like a low-budget comedy. Two officers stumble through a chase that looks more like a slow-motion skit than law enforcement. One falls over, the other fumbles with a taser, and chaos turns into comedy. The commentator's sarcasm hits hard. mocking how unprepared and unfit they seem. It's embarrassing, but oddly symbolic, the kind of scene that makes you question competence in moments that demand courage. Humor hides the discomfort, but the message is painfully real. Standards are slipping.
And Lauren Sanchez, who is the plastic fiancé of Jeff Bezos, took a Blue Origin rocket into space on a trip that lasted from takeoff to touchdown less than 12 minutes in total. Now, it was no doubt a cool experience for those women. I'm sure it was a lot of fun. But according to the media, it was more than just fun. It was somehow, some way, historic. Oprah Winfrey actually wept as she watched the all-female team launch into space for a trip that would last for approximately half the length of an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. And there she is crying there. Just such a historic moment. Katy Perry, one of the women on this crew, was particularly dramatic. Before the flight, she bragged about the historical journey that she was about to undergo.
We are the Taking Up Space crew. There's 6 of us, all women. It's a historical flight to space because it's the first time that all women have been in space.
Nothing historic happened here at all. They were not the first female astronauts because they aren't astronauts. And women have been going into space since the 1960s. In terms of historic significance, this trip is about as monumental as like being the 100th customer to ride the Batman roller coaster at Six Flags on a random Saturday.
Was this all fake? Was it not actually real? Here's the evidence. What the hell is going on here? The door opens in the capsule. What's happening there? You shouldn't be able to open up a pressurized door that has just been in outer space from the inside. It's a safety mechanism. There's pressurization. That doesn't make any sense. What's going on here? You can see that they realized the mistake, and little minder went screaming over to tell them, close the door! Jeff Bezos eventually got a little tool and acted like he was the one opening the door. But it's on the live stream, man. So what's going on here? Is it actually fake? It sure as hell seems like it's fake. And it's like something that's done completely for promotional purposes. They used a bunch of celebrities and idiots and journalists and feminists to do this to get maximum exposure and maybe to incentivize more people to do space tourism. But it doesn't seem real.
Here the tone turns serious again, a fiery exchange about equality and responsibility. The man breaks down uncomfortable truths about gender roles, reminding everyone that men still carry the burden of building, protecting, and repairing the world. It's blunt, it's factual, and it's hard to refute. The tension builds as he asks the ultimate question: where does equality exist when danger always calls men first? This is not hate, it's a reality check. The dialogue cuts through modern delusion and forces you to confront the uncomfortable balance between fairness and survival.